Everybody. Sorry that I sound like pure shit. I'm pretty sick, and I'm reading this off of a script, so I'm not really good at improv, so I felt like writing this ahead of time, so I apologize if I stumble over my words. For those of you who don't know, I am Miggy, and hopefully you already know that, which is why you're here. And you're either interested in what I have to say, or just what, what information I might be able to add after the recent Vac Ban Wave. So for those of you who don't know, on April 29th, Valve issued a massive Vac Ban Wave. Probably the largest I've ever personally seen. I've been playing online on Steam since about 2011. Um, in that wave, thousands of players, and I think it was estimated to be about 3,000, were banned from playing all Source-related games, and in some instances, Counter-Strike Go as well. Normally, a ban in Source or CSGO game don't really affect the other. It is unknown currently as to what link could have caused players to be banned in both, and since Valve is Valve, they're not really going to tell us anything, but whatever. Anyways, of those about 3,000 players, roughly about 400 of them had UGC accounts, but not all of them were rostered players. Of those 400-ish, about maybe close to 160 were about registered and active players. I like to point out though that 160 may not even be the right number, because if you look at the list, a lot of names will come up multiple times because they played in multiple formats. So you might even see the same name 3 times because they play in 6s Highlander and 4s, which is 4s is a joke, but whatever. But okay, on to the next report. How did this happen? Currently, we have no confirmation from Valve as to what led to this, but there are multiple things that could have caused it. As you know, Valve is pretty tight-lipped about these things, and I honestly don't believe we'll ever have any sort of verification from them, but, I guess we'll just have to wing it and guess and come to our own conclusions. But here's what we do know. Users who have cheated between the dates of the 28th of March to April 11th were detected and banned. I'll get to those dates later on, hopefully, if I don't forget. Here are 3 possible scenarios out there that I think could have led to this Vac Ban Wave. The owner and creator of Lmaobox had his PC infected with malware known as a remote access tool, or a RAT. With this, an intruder will have full access to his PC. This is substantiated by Lmaobox owner himself, as he claims that posts on the Unknown Cheats forums was on his account was not actually by him. And this is further substantiated by the fact that the link he provided to supposedly what was supposed to be the source code for Lmaobox Premium, it was actually malware. It is not known what this has to do with anything though, as it is yet to have been explained what him getting hacked on the 29th has to do with players being detected between the 28th and the 11th. How did this cheat get detected through his haphazardness with his own PC security? What I mean to say is, he was hacked on the 29th, and those players were detected weeks before that. What is the correlation between those two events? Second thing, Maxbox, a renowned cheater who claims to have turned a new leaf in the past few months, has stated that many months ago, he sent Valve his special Lmaobox loader, which was given to him by the creators of Lmaobox. There's currently no verification if he actually sent them anything, or if his loader was different in any other way. There have been posts by Wilson on the Lmaobox forums that his loader wasn't anything special, but at the same time, in another post, he said that he does have a different loader, but we don't know what difference that would have made, and we still are waiting for verification from Xbox on whether or not he actually sent anything. So it could have been what caused the ban, but we just don't have any proof of it right now. And the third thing, in late March, I had a conversation with a TF2 hacker. During this conversation, he wanted to prove a point, and he sent me a GitHub repo of the F1 public hack. So yes, I had the F1 public hack. It was interesting to note though that it was recently updated. Curious, I did some digging over the next day or so, and I found 2 other items of note. With this, I sent a Valve employee an email whom I've had correspondence with in the past for my Florida LAN events. He replied back verifying that he'll forward it to the right people at Valve. A few days after this reply is when players started getting detected. The only possible link that I can see between what I sent that Valve guy and Lmaobox is that coding in the hacks may have been similar, as in what's known as a paste in the hacker circles. We don't know if Lmaobox is a paste of another hack, possibly one that even I had sent to Valve, but that was my theory. What confirmed the theory to me was that post that was on the the Unknown Cheats forum, where it mentioned that Gurr, who had coded the Darkstorm hack, had helped with Lmaobox. So for me, I thought that was confirmation until the whole, oh, this is not, I didn't really post that thing. So for me, if that post really wasn't him, then it kind of like puts a doubt in my mind whether that's true or not. And if that's the case, did my email even have anything to do with it? I don't know. But at the same time, I'm not even 100% certain that that post from on Unknown Truths was even fake. It may have just been this Lmaobox guy trying to cop out the fact that his quote unquote never undetected hack finally got detected. So, with that in mind, here are a few things worth noting. Lmaobox's claim of his program getting detected and a post being faked is that he was hacked. However, as I mentioned before, this occurred on the 29th itself, the day of the Vac Ban Wave. If we are to believe his version of events, then that means that he was hacked as early as March 28th. His T2 hack was then messed with so that users were detected, and his accounts were accessed for almost up to 3 weeks. This means that there was unauthorized access to his computer over a 3-week period. As much as I'd like to believe that, I find it highly improbable that someone who could develop these sort of tools cannot tell when his PC is being intruded upon. I think what's more likely to happen is that his program got detected and users got backed. He likely then faked this forum post as a way to do some sort of damage control, meaning instead of saying that my unbeatable program got detected, he went with, it's not my fault, I got hacked. Again, this is my personal opinion. I could be completely wrong about this. Another thing is Maxbox's claim of sending the loader an unknown time ago. According to Max himself, he does not recall exactly when he sent the loader other than many months ago. Now, although I don't personally believe him due to reasons I've told him myself over Steam and Twitter, he could be telling the truth. But if he is telling the truth, why is it that Valve had this loader for months and months and months on end, and weren't able to do anything with it except detect players within a 2-week period this past month? It's already been confirmed by admin Wilson over the Lmaobox forums that Max's loader was indeed somewhat different, but did not explain to what extent, only that it was not as special as Max claims. Wilson also went on to say that Max's loader had nothing to do with the ban, but he also said the same thing about my email to Valve, so it's hard to tell if this is just another way for them to downplay events. At this time, it's really difficult to determine who did what that caused this, and I honestly don't think we'll have any confirmation one way or another from Valve. But the important thing is, this happened. People were caught, people were banned, and going forward, the term 100% VAC undetectable will never apply again. This will make competitive players more wary about attempting to cheat out of fear of not only losing their items, but any respect they may have earned as a player in the competitive community. Another thing this event did is prove that the ESE client is virtually worthless in regards to detecting TF2 cheats. ESEA needs to be on top of the ball when it comes to their client. Users pay a league fee that is supposed to help them keep their client up to date among many other things. And with issues they've had in the past with their clients, players should expect to have it at least properly detect cheaters. But at least we now know why the client has never detected anyone cheating, because it never worked to begin with. I'm not bashing ESEA, as I'm really interested in playing the league. I'm just stating that they need to fix their system. While I'm on that subject, it has become extremely apparent to everybody that things need to change within UGC. The current culture in UGC is, in no certain terms, it's fucking disgusting. Players can't report their suspicions of another player without fear of getting harassed by the community at large. Everyone feels that if I open my mouth and say something, everyone's going to make fun of me saying that I'm a sore loser and that I'm a salty player. That needs to change. UGC's anti-cheat system works on the fact that people report suspicions. If no one reports anything, no one's going to be investigated, he played. And if people who, like Corsa claims, oh, I suspected Vlad was cheating all along, or even another sniper who I will not name as a plat player had said that I always had a suspicion about Vlad, if they had opened their mouths from the beginning, he could have been looked at a long time ago, and he wouldn't even been playing the season. Going forward, I really think UGC players need to step it up and open their mouths. Report it to the admins, send a ticket, for fuck's sake, even tell me and I'll make a ticket for you. If you don't say anything, nothing's gonna happen, nothing's gonna change, and we're gonna have this shit all over again in a few months. So that's pretty much all I got for now. Hopefully I answered as many questions as I could and cleared up any confusion. I probably even created some more confusion out of this, but you know, whatever. Um, But for sure, things need to change if we really want to have a cleaner, competitive TF2 system. So hopefully we've at least picked up on that and we can change things going forward. So thank you guys for watching my video, and I guess I'll see you soon. Bye.